I want to know what you think about dating culture in this day and age.
This generation, dating is missing an ingredient.
And what's that ingredient?
Expectation.
Ooh.
You know the problem I have? Listen,
He finna go off.
using this generation as an excuse to nonsense.
Wait.
Because there are things that are just pure nonsense. Not having a child and not getting married. These two things, they're very, very important. Please have a child.
What? Wait, you see, these are the things I'm talking about. What if a woman doesn't want to have a child?
If you're able to have a child, why wouldn't you?
Because some people don't want children, Daddy. What was that like for you? Because I can imagine you wanted me to obviously go a certain way because you had in mind be a medical doctor. Like that makes sense. So what was it like having to kind of surrender that and just let me go?
If anybody asks me, one of the biggest challenges I had faced in my life, it was trying to convince you to go to medical school. That thing made me sick. And if I hated you at any time, it was that time.
What?
Yes. I will come and I'll be looking at you. I don't know whether to just punch you. I don't know how to grab you, to bite you. I just couldn't. I was devastated.
Hi guys, welcome back to the podcast. I'm your girl Chizi, and we have another reoccurring guest, okay? My father, Papa Duru, most beloved by the world. By popular demand, he has come back as he's wearing the same exact thing that he wore the last time we filmed, but today we are going to be talking about just some interesting stuff. I feel like, I have the amazing blessing to just be able to have conversations with you. And you are at this point like almost ancient.
Yes.
Let me
And
stop.
I thank God for that.
You have been on this earth for over
60 years.
over 60 years. And, you are a part of, what generation are you a part of? Gen X?
And my generation is the best generation ever. You want to know why?
Why?
Good. What I experienced, you will never have the opportunity to, because you're just a product of this age.
This dispensation.
This. But you see,
Mm.
I come from that analog
Analog.
and I'm living digital.
You got the
Special
best of
the
both
best.
worlds.
Because you never know what analog is all about.
You know what's so interesting that you say that, because I remember when Uncle was talking about how he was like courting and dating Auntie,
Uh-huh.
and he was saying that he would just wait at the subway station for her.
Uh-huh.
They didn't have phones, so
No.
he just waited at the subway station for whenever she would come out.
Uh-huh.
Like, that's so interesting.
It is. Especially for those in America, at least you go to the subway station back home. Where do we go?
You walked.
We wait for letters that will take for weeks to come.
Letters.
And then you can walk for miles and miles. But it was beautiful.
I can imagine.
It was beautiful. That was when love was love. Because right now, love in this digital age, everything has been digitized, But back in the analog, it was real.
It was real.
Yes.
So, it's so funny that we just kind of jumped into it, because basically, if you're just tuning in, let me give you a little bit of a synopsis of what, I kind of want us to talk about today. So you are a part of the baby boomer / Gen X generation. And I kind of just want to talk about like the differences, right? Not only the generational differences, but you being an African man, a Nigerian man, an immigrant, and me being Nigerian-American, so that first gen immigrant. It's an interesting dichotomy. So I don't know. Honestly, I kind of just wanted to talk about it today. One of the things that I've kind of been more privy to now is like just the fact that all of us are living life for the first time. Essentially, I just feel like as I'm entering this space, right? This is the first time I'm here. You're entering a different season of your life and you've never been there before. You know what I mean? So you immigrated from Nigeria when you were 19 years old to New York. started a new life, went to college, got your degree, became a social worker, entrepreneur, all those things.
Yeah.
And you raised 3 kids with your wife, and we've come up, and now you're here. So you've experienced childhood and, like you said, the analog days. So you were pre-internet, pre-technology, the Stone Age. So I want to like hear from you what it's like experiencing this season of your life.
So we know a lot because you combine analog and digital is this big. But, you know, an immigrant coming from Nigeria here, went to school here, and married, have children. You know, sometimes I'm like, if I was born and raised here, I don't know, would I have known the things I know now?
What do you feel like would have made like a difference?
Good. See, children born here, they see life right there. You know how long I stayed home? We never watched TV. We didn't own a TV back home.
Not everybody watches TV.
Yeah, and I mean, owning one and not watching it is you have it, but you don't have it.
Okay.
So it was a big time luxury then. But just watching things and how things have changed is amazing. Remember back when we came here, you have to go to the phone booth to make phone calls.
And pay like 25 cents.
Yeah, you have to put 25. It was a way of life. And we were having fun. So you move into a neighborhood, one of the things you first check is where is the telephone booth?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wait, you didn't have house phones?
No, for how many years? I was using my aunt's phone,
Wow.
her house phone, and I used the rotary.
Wow.
Then
That's crazy.
Then after that, the punch. And now it's all hell break loose. So you would look for where the nearest phone booth is at.
Yeah.
So landlords who are renting then is one of their criteria. Oh, this is the address, close to Subway, close to that. And guess what? There are 2 phone booths here and there. So that if you want to make a call, you will just go down there.
That's so funny.
And for us, you will look at the number on the payphone, right? So you give it to your girlfriend. So when it is time for her to call you, you will go to the station there and wait. And the phone
You just
will
have
ring.
to wait?
Yes.
Oh.
And it was fun too because you're waiting for your love to call you at the phone. And the phone will ring and you pick up, it's somebody else.
Oh my gosh.
Because letters take 2 days within New York.
Wow.
So if I want to visit my girlfriend next week,
It's always the girlfriend.
what am I visiting a man for? So to visit my girlfriend, I will write her that I will be coming
In 48
I'll
hours.
mail it. It's not funny. It was fun.
I'm sorry.
It's beautiful.
No, that's actually so great.
It's beautiful.
It's honestly a lost art. We have
beautiful.
really lost that.
And then she will get the letter and then she'll be waiting.
Aww.
Imagine the whole anxiety of you writing
Oh my
and she waiting and you also waiting to go. It's all beautiful. It's not like now it's come on. Hey, how you doing? It's not that love is not packed. The one we experienced was packed.
Speaking of love, I want to know what you think about dating culture in this day and age.
Well, right now, I don't know what dating is all about right now because so many things surrounding dating. You call quick, you email quick, you text, everything is quick. So dating is missing an ingredient.
And what's that ingredient?
Expectation.
Ooh.
You know, if
Longing.
thank you. The longing.
Interesting.
The longing. You know, my girlfriend is coming today. But here, I'm down the block. You know, the longing, the juice is missing. It's like, I'm here. Are you upstairs? I'm coming. It's so instant. You know, it eliminates the real thing that connects, that emotional expectation, that longing, that quest But here it's like you can even cancel an appointment. Oh, I'm not coming. It's so quick. If you write somebody knows that you're coming next week, there's no reason to cancel.
You can't cancel.
How are you going to cancel? You don't even want to cancel. But life was fun then. Right now, you have the GPS. Back then, when we're going to a place, everybody will go to, MapQuest, download the directions,
Print it out.
and then tell everybody
How to get to
how
where?
to get to.
Your house?
Yes.
What?
Yes. And then
What year was this?
back in the night, I came in here in 83. So throughout 1983 into the 90s.
What?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that wasn't that long
And
ago.
sometimes you just go, you stop by any gas station, ask direction, and then continue. And then we still had fun.
You see, and I feel like this is honestly how you even cultivate intimacy with the Holy Spirit. Because you just have to trust.
Yes.
It's funny because sometimes I'll be driving and, I'm so used to my phone, right? And doing GPS on my phone. So sometimes I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to use my phone. I'm just going to ask God for directions. And I
And then you
realized,
go blindly.
and I'm like, wow, I don't know where I am, what I'm doing. But okay, yeah, that's so interesting.
Very, very interesting. Because right now, if I'm driving, we're using a GPS. I begin to wonder how, but we're doing it then.
Yeah, you adapt to new situations.
Exactly.
I remember, when we were growing up, we would print out the MapQuest and then use that as directions.
Yes.
That's so interesting.
It is very, very, very interesting. And it made life worth living. It was good.
To your point, like that is actually a missing ingredient that we're missing in this day and age. Social media has made it, and the internet has made it where like we're so connected all the time, but it also creates a false sense of intimacy. And it's like, I don't actually know you. I don't actually know you. And like, also we're so connected.
Right.
There's none of that longing and expectation. And
The good thing about now is it exposes, it's like an open world. You can meet a woman or a man on the internet, blah, blah, blah. But for us, it was within what we know within our geography. You know what I'm saying? Now, for you who is not married yet, now you see men on Facebook, you see men everywhere.
I love how his point of reference for social media is Facebook. That tells you what generation you're from. But anyway, continue.
Well,
it's no shade, no shade.
Yeah, so it's an advantage. But the disadvantage is because you see there's always the chance of not taking a decision.
Exactly.
Because you don't want to. This one has a whole lot to say and has a physique that you like. Maybe the things he's saying, the things he's doing, this one. But by the time you go through, you can't even make up your mind.
Exactly.
Because everybody is coming with different deficiencies.
There's too many options.
There's too many. But for us, you just work with what you get.
Right.
And sometimes it comes out better.
Exactly. Wait, so do you think in this day and age we should bring back arranged marriages?
Well, talking about arranged marriages, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you look at it, every marriage
is arranged. Expand.
Why? If you come to a party, right, and you meet someone, okay, that person is there because either they were invited or the people are there, the ones doing the party.
Yeah.
So there you see the person, right? At least that was the reason why you guys saw there. So people, of common interest got there, either through by invitation, by all means there. So then you meet, right? When you meet that person, somebody knows that person.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to ask questions and stuff like that. From asking questions, the questions will lead either to recommending or not to recommend. You know what I'm saying?
Is that essentially what you're saying? That's essentially what arranged marriages are?
Well, if somebody's telling you, oh, don't go there. Oh, go there. That's the beginning of an arrangement.
Yes, I agree, but I'm talking about the more traditional idea of an arranged
where the
marriage.
parents will get involved, get the man, or get the woman, and match them up.
Yes.
That's one of the reasons why children of this generation, your generation, You guys frown at that
Uh-huh.
because you believe it's my life. Let me make my choice,
Uh-huh.
which is all good and well. There's nothing wrong with that. Nobody's going to force you to do what you don't want to do.
Uh-huh.
But there's always a beginning of an introduction.
Mm-hmm.
There is nothing wrong or archaic because the way you guys put it, arranged marriage is like, it's such a primitive. Don't make it primitive. Somebody has to recommend you to somebody. And then it is up to you now to make that decision. So I don't see anything primitive about arranged marriages.
I actually don't think arranged marriages are bad. It's funny because me and my friends kind of joke about it. We're just like, you know what? We're at the point where arrange us. Like, I feel like our parents actually should get more involved. And we're Nigerian, right? But there's obviously other cultures that are listening. And like, I don't know if arranged marriages or just even like the concept of parents becoming involved in their children coming together in through marriage is as normalized. And I honestly think there's nothing really wrong with it. I think the issue is when it becomes like an ultimatum and like a must. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And it's instead of a choice and like a luxury kind of thing.
Yeah.
So just to be clear, you don't feel like we should be arranging to the point of like forcing people to marry certain people
Well, the thing is that right now in this generation, you can't even force anyone.
to do anything.
You can't force anyone to do anything.
Yeah.
Back then,
Maybe.
it was, maybe parents who like my parents who would be on you.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
tried it though. You low-key tried it with me.
No, but you see, just hear this. Just hear this. When parents get involved and try to be telling you, there is something parents know that you don't know. But down the line, you will get to know. And when you do know, then you will understand why the parents were pushing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You see, the thing is, this thing called marriage is a long journey. There is no stethoscope to see what's going to happen
Yeah.
after you have tied the knot.
Mm.
Nobody knows.
That's true.
Let me use you for an instance.
Use me.
A man, you're a prospective man who wants to marry you.
Mm-hmm. Lucky man.
Okay, yeah. And you bring the person to the house
Mm-hmm.
and your parents engage him.
Mm-hmm.
You happen to come from a home where your parents will get involved. Talk to the man, of course, I would like to. When the man is talking, I'm using of 60 years of experience. I'm watching him because I'm a man. I know when I want to lie to a woman, I know, but the woman wouldn't know. But guess what? Another man who knows, who's been there,
Yeah.
will point out or will be able to pick up red flags
Mm.
that's due to love and whatever that we'll never discover.
Mm.
But somebody else, your dad or your father, can pick up a red flag.
Mm.
And depending on your relationship with your parents, the parents will tell you, listen, something like this. I see a sign there.
Mm.
What
about, because I want to, try and think about every type of listener, just every type of person that's listening right now. What about people that, maybe don't have their parents in their lives or don't have a strong relationship with their parents? Like, what would you say for them when it comes to, them trying to get into a relationship or marriage?
In a situation like that,
Yeah.
it's you can only help what you can help.
Mm.
But that is always wisdom in listening to parents, though.
Are you talking about like any parent or?
That's, depending on your relationship with your parents. Some children don't have good relationships and they won't listen.
Oh, so basically you're saying like for kids that do have parents in their life, but the relationship isn't that great, there's still wisdom in listening to some of the things that they're saying. It's kind of like the commandment of like honor your father and mother, even if maybe the relationship isn't that great.
Right.
They still have a certain level of wisdom in certain things.
Right. Of course they do. Their parents.
And they've been alive longer than them.
And except in some rare cases, I don't see any parent that will wish their children bad.
Some do.
I've said, except in rare cases.
I don't know if it's that rare.
And there has to be a reason behind such. There's always an underlying fact.
Yeah.
There that leads to some homes,
Yeah.
your brother one day, he came in with his friend, and the friend looked at the fridge and saw the picture of your mom and myself there when we were young. And he looked at it. He was not, he told him, you're lucky. Your parents are still together. To such a child, you see the pain he's going through.
Yeah.
Because the parents are not together.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I also want to, even though we're having this conversation, right?
Yeah.
I'm just keeping that person, right? That child in mind that maybe doesn't have that traditional home or background. Well, let me give advice real quick. I feel like even if you don't necessarily have traditional parents, you want to have some type of wisdom or elder in your life.
Definitely.
Yeah, that can be a part.
Yes. And you as a parent, even though you and your child is not getting along, it's no reason not to talk to him or her about what you feel is right as a parent. Even if you guys are not getting along, you still owe it to that child to tell the child what you think is good for him and let the child make that decision.
Oh, okay, I see. Instead of not saying anything.
Yeah, not saying anything, because I don't as a parent, you just have to do it.
You just have to.
Yeah.
You got it. The truth hurts sometimes.
Yeah.
Just like when you tell me that I've been gaining a lot of weight.
Well, you took care of that. So I kept my mouth quiet.
LOL. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think getting your parents involved or just loved ones that I'm going to caveat by saying that you can kind of discern have good intentions for you. Getting them involved and getting a second set of eyes on a potential partner is
very important.
Yeah, because most people that maybe get married and then end up in divorce or something, a lot of times the people around them told them, we don't like them.
Because that's the reason.
They see it.
Even though some people might see a good reason and get jealous for you not to go in there.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful who you're listening to.
That's what I'm saying. You got to be discerning, right? You got to be discerning.
Yeah, that's why listening to parents.
But sometimes
hurts.
No, sometimes there's some people, their mothers are jealous of their daughters.
You know what? It is true. I know of a family. The mother came and got pregnant for the son-in-law.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
I'm not kidding.
Whoa.
And she was so bold to tell that daughter, I'm just trying to keep your husband close to you, because he would have gone outside to meet other women. So him sleeping with me is better for, so this mental illness is real.
Wait.
So yes, it does happen. It happens. So you got to be careful who you're listening to. Oh yeah. Not to say it happens.
No, because the way you just threw that in.
Yeah.
What have you have really seen some things in this life.
I'm not in my 60s for nothing. I went through a process to get here.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you do have to be discerning about who you're listening to.
Yes.
And sometimes the truth is, people closest to you, sometimes your parents, could really not have good intentions.
I agree to that.
So,
Yeah,
but if you are discerning that, your parents generally have good intentions for you and want the best for you, you should honor some of the wisdom that they're giving.
Exactly. Just think about what they tell you. And, pray on it.
Yeah.
And,
Well, I feel like from my point of view,
uh-huh.
As a new adult,
Okay.
that is in this season of her life for the first time,
Okay.
it's interesting navigating our relationship, right? My relationship with my parents and their expectations or shall I say advice that they're giving me when it comes to marriage and dating and settling down and just life decisions. We'll talk about dating in a second, dating and marriage, but even when it comes to career, deciding against medical school, right? And entering this space, that was me essentially going against your.
I mean, at least we talked about it.
Yeah.
We fought.
Did we talk about it? It was more like I told you.
We
and
talked about
you
it.
were upset,
Yeah, of course.
and I just
We
did what I
did it,
did.
yeah, you know. And I'm happy you made your choice and you made a good choice and it's working. So
Well, we're gonna put a pin in that. We're gonna come back to that, but I
so
feel like we should finish
yeah.
what we're talking about when it
Okay.
comes to marriage real quick. But let me write that down so I don't forget. Because one thing about me, I'm gonna forget that. But yeah, like it's interesting because obviously you give me a lot of advice and wisdom when it comes to just like being a woman. He loves to say a woman is a flower, and at a certain point a flower blooms and she's ripe, and before that then the flower fizzles, right?
But it's as simple as that. A woman is like a flower. Flower grows and blossoms. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. A lot of rain and sunshine. You see butterflies, all different things are coming because the beauty, the nectar, and everything. But at a point, the flower will wither.
That's what it is, wither.
Yeah.
I mean,
Uh,
obviously, yes, that is biology, that is nature. So
and it's a serious fact. It's a thing for every young growing child to be cognizant of.
okay.
Because I know women and I have seen lots of women,
Mm,
they will think they will remain like that
forever.
forever.
Pretty young.
And yeah, and it's stuck with them. And before you know it, they end up not having a child and not getting married.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? These two things, they're very, very important. Even if you don't want to marry,
yeah.
please have a child.
What? Wait, you see, this are the things I'm talking about. Like, what do you mean at least have a child? What if a woman doesn't want to have a child?
That's your decision.
Okay.
But later on down the line, somewhere down the line, if you just decided not to have a child just because you don't want to, versus I'm not able to.
No.
If you are able to have a child, have.
What?
Yeah.
No, see, this is
If
where
you're able, well, we're talking about marriage, but if you're able to have a child, why wouldn't you?
because some people don't want children, daddy.
Okay, that's the decision. That decision, somewhere down the line, that decision, they will revisit it and will say, if I had known.
It's interesting that this is why I wanted to have this conversation, because I think it's important to show just like the differences in mindsets between people in general, and then also generational differences too, because I already know there are going to be some people that are listening and it's just like, what do you mean? Like, it's my body, it's my choice. Like, and I'm personally of that thinking too, where I feel like, yes, maybe somebody may regret their decision down the line, but at the end of the day, a woman should be able to decide if they want to have children or not, and not have kids, even if they can.
Yeah.
Not
And
everybody's meant to have
and
kids.
you see, that's a big thing here. This generation. See, this generation. You see, the thing that, the problem I have? Listen,
He's finna go off.
using this generation as an excuse to nonsense.
Wait.
Because there are things that are just pure nonsense.
You calling this nonsense?
Yes. With no apologies. Yeah, to anyone.
You know what?
Yes.
I'm gonna stop you right there. Not because I'm against what you're saying, but I'm gonna save you from the internet. Because this generation.
Listen, hear me and understand me. I have a problem with using this generation as an excuse. There are things that are just real. You just can't change it. Yes, a woman can decide not to have a child. She has that right.
Yes.
And of course, this generation has so much emphasis on that right. It's my right. My right is my right is my right. It's a new generation, I think. From back in analog, yes, it's my right. But this my right, is it going to hurt me? Using my right in this generation and I have the right to do this? Of course, yes. But this my right and this decision I have taken, is it going to hurt me because tomorrow will come? See, this generation is so much into
Now and not thinking about tomorrow. To that point though, I will say that is something that I'm realizing now. as I'm kind of entering adulthood. And it's funny because growing up, you would always say, like, one day you'll understand, one day you'll understand. So I think I've entered that one day.
Good.
And at least when it comes to things like stability and career and finances, I was actually talking about it in a previous episode where it's now that I'm starting to experience not only the like good, right, the pros, but also some of the cons of the decisions that I made at 21 when I first decided to forfeit medical school and go into entrepreneurship full time, right?
Right.
So it's like, to your point, basically, like, there will be a tomorrow.
Definitely.
And there will be just consequences to your actions, whether they are good consequences or bad consequences, but there is going to be an effect to the cause, right?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
yeah, you do want to think long and hard about some of the decisions that you're making now,
Yes.
because they're gonna follow you.
Definitely. Yes.
Yeah, I'll give you this. I'll give you this.
Okay. Okay.
Because there's a lot of things that I give him flack for, and I'll say this. I think in high school, you used to tell me, go at least get your associates in nursing. 2 years, you're done. You have your associates in nursing. Get your bachelor's in nursing. You know that you always can be a nurse. I will say I should have listened to that. I mean,
yes. I mean, in life,
yeah,
that's life.
Yeah, it's a good backup to have.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm doing fine. Nothing like I don't need it, but it's just.
And even if you need it, you can always get it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
That's the beauty about life.
Yeah.
Even if right now, with everything you have, if you still want it, and that's the beautiful thing about America. There is no place, I haven't lived any other place anywhere, except Nigeria and America. And that's the beautiful thing about it. You want to go now, spend 2 years and pick up, you do it while you're still doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
That is the beauty about this place.
Yeah.
And that is the beauty of life.
It's interesting because this is something that I didn't plan to talk about it, but I kind of want to talk about it for a little bit, because there's some like, I don't know if you've ever heard of like the concept of diaspora wars.
Okay. No.
Diaspora wars. Basically, like, so growing up as a first gen, right? We grew up where like I'm a part of a melting pot. So even though my background and culture is Nigerian, right? I'm also American, right? And then I'm growing up in the inner city, so I'm around not only other first gen Africans, but I'm also around Hispanics, I'm around white people, I'm around Europeans, and I'm also around like Caribbeans and Black Americans, right? So I feel like there kind of was this distinction growing up, in at least in the Nigerian and the immigrant culture. Education is such a big thing that's pushed, right? And you guys would always tell us like, oh, don't hang around those types of people or anybody that isn't really focused on their studies and their books.
Right.
And I think one of the things that happened just based off of stereotypes is that like Black Americans or even Caribbeans were kind of stereotyped as, don't hang around them because they don't take their education seriously, right? Or they don't take marriage seriously or things like that. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, that type of rhetoric, in the same way that Africans, at least for me, like growing up, we were made fun of for being African. So now it's like later on in life, there has to be, it creates some friction between different types of Black people.
Okay.
Yeah. Essentially growing up, right, it creates this like othering that happens. So like I have friends from all over, Black American, Caribbean, and some of the things that they'll say is that we felt othered by other Africans because I guess they were told that we weren't serious or we don't take education as seriously. Do you feel like you ever stereotyped Black people that were not African? And if so, was it based off of like maybe your experience as an immigrant coming up here?
When we come up here, we met a shock.
You met a shock?
Experienced a shock. Yeah. And what was that? We saw many Black Americans not in school.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
Especially during that time we came. You know, most you will go out on the sea, you see them hanging around, and to us, what we had in mind to come, we wouldn't see people hanging around in the street doing nothing.
And when you say to us, you mean like an immigrant coming
To
from Nigeria?
immigrants coming from Nigeria, you know how people are dying to go to school
Yeah,
because school is so expensive
in Nigeria.
in Nigeria.
Mhm.
So when we come here, you see that people, you go to primary school, you go to high school, you don't have to pay anything.
It's free here in
It's
America.
free here in
basically.
America. So it was a shock to us to see some of, African Americans not in school.
Mm,
Yeah, it kind of bothered us.
mm,
So did it make us to look down on them? I don't know,
mm,
because I didn't actually look down on anyone.
mm.
You know what I'm saying? But the idea of not being as educationally conscious as we were then was like a real shocking.
So that's interesting because obviously African Americans have their own history, coming from slavery
Yeah,
and then,
what they went through.
segregation and all the things, right? And just being oppressed essentially in this land. So that's also a direct effect of slavery and
Yes,
segregation and
that is
oppression.
very, very true. Yeah.
So I'm actually wondering, did you guys in Nigeria, right? Did you learn about slavery in America? Did they teach you guys that?
Now, when I came here,
Uh-huh.
that was when I really knew about the effects of slavery.
Mm.
Back home, we learned about slavery, transatlantic,
The transatlantic slave
we
trade.
learned about slavery, but what it actually did to
Mm.
people,
Mm.
we didn't realize that there.
Wow.
You probably will read them, blah, 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 but coming here and seeing for yourselves
Wow.
what slavery was all about, that was also a shock. And that's why one of the reasons why you see some African Americans not going to school, not is the after effect of the oppression and stuff like that. But now it is in this new era,
Mm.
you cannot keep using that as an excuse. Now you can now build on that, go to school, come out a better person. And to be honest with you, one of the good things African Americans have done, because I see the change,
Yeah.
I see the real change, the growth. A lot more are now in school,
Yeah.
doing a whole lot of good and doing a whole lot better. Sometimes I begin to think, is it because of the influx of immigrants coming and they see? I don't know, but I see a real change in the life of African Americans. Big change. Back then, it wasn't like that. It was a lot of school dropouts hanging around, blah, blah, blah.
I mean, I think that's one of the benefits of also social media,
Right.
right? Because now you get to have mentorship and just like representation and see like other people doing things. So maybe if you don't directly have that in your home and people to influence you to
Yeah.
get a higher education and things like that, at least you see it in the media, so okay, let me try and do this. But yeah, to that point, I also feel like education is something where it kind of does start at the home. So if your family and your
You
parents,
don't have that background.
if they're not big on education, the likelihood of you wanting to pursue education and higher education at that
Exactly,
is
yes.
a little low.
Yes.
But I think to that, it's a great way to like build your network and like step out of your norm of what you normally see. So if you can pursue education, you should. But I find that so interesting that like with you being an immigrant and you coming and seeing people that basically don't appreciate what they have. And I say that in quotation marks,
Yes,
right? Because
yes.
obviously from their point of view, it's a little different. But yes, like that education, freedom, free school, freedom of speech. All of those things are luxuries for you as an immigrant. But
Okay.
for somebody that's born and raised here and this is all they know, they kind of take that for granted. But I think that's also just like human.
It's life.
It's life.
Yeah, it's life.
That's what
It
happens.
is, yes.
You don't
It's life.
appreciate what you
You
have.
don't appreciate
until-
what you have until sometimes. And moreover, sometimes poverty has its own advantage too. People who have seen poverty, when they come into a situation where they see opportunity, they don't play with it.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the reasons why you see some immigrants come. They try to because they really have seen poverty.
Yeah.
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 Mm.
Wow. That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that there is more of just like a coming together of all types of like people from the diaspora from all walks, my Black Americans, my Caribbeans, my Africans, and I feel like even just these types of conversations do a great job at bridging that gap.
Mhm.
So let's just clear the air because we're talking and we are representing Africans right now.
Yes, yes.
We love all Black people. We are one. No, I'm annoyed. Like, imagine, I feel like a white person being like, I love Black people. No, but I feel like we all are like, we're just a product of colonization.
Exactly.
Because Nigeria and Africa is also having its own struggles and effects from colonization. That's a whole nother conversation in itself. But yeah, I feel like it's important for us all to just like be unified.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
You see, one of the reasons why we cannot grow successful is if African Americans that were here as slaves, if they did not struggle and pave the way, we
immigrants,
we wouldn't fit in. They paid the ultimate price for us. Ooh. Yes, and this is why, in this new era, there's more togetherness among African Americans and Africans that, African immigrants, because we realize how much, for instance, the civil rights movement, what they went through, what they fought, that was why we
got to just enjoy.
I'm telling you,
and live segregation free.
And we will never, we will always be grateful to African Americans for that. I'm telling you, it's the biggest sacrifice they did for us, because we couldn't have done anything if it wasn't for them that did the battlefield.
The ones that were on ground. And it's not like they asked to be here.
No, and they fought hard through the emancipation, fought hard, and now, we come here as if we were born and raised there. We were not born and raised there. We're immigrants. I give it to them. Wow. And that's why when I was a social worker, I don't know, I wouldn't call it if I was biased or if I was, but for some reason, I paid attention to every client I do. But for some reason, I will go that extra mile because I see myself as giving back to society by the services. Some of them working don't know their rights. That I will go the extra mile. These are your benefits. These are the things. Because I see these people suffered for us to be here. And now we are here working. The best thing you can do, at least, reach out. Touch as many lives as you can by just doing your job, by just whatever they are eligible for, give it to them. Advice, not only the advice I give to my children, I gave a lot of advice to the children when I was in ACS, Administration for Children's Services. I worked, because I've been in the system from Department of Health. I went to ACS. I was visiting the same homes because health-wise, there's a problem. Child abuse. So when I go into a home where there's a child, I have gone to a home. I saw a single mother with the challenges she faced.
Wait, so you went to a home and you found out, basically they said that the mother was molested.
The report was the mother was molesting the child.
The report was that?
The report.
Okay.
So it was an anonymous, so nobody knows who called it.
Okay.
But anyway, when I went to the home, the mother did admit to me that he will come home, not do his homework, stuff. I said, okay, all right, you can do it better. I mean, I'm a father, I have children, and of course, I try to discipline them. But in this situation, let's work on this child. Let's work on this child. You have a very good child. You give a child praise, you start, affecting them.
Yeah.
Versus when you curse them out,
you
get a monster.
Yeah.
So I say, from what I see and I've read about him, he's a good kid. and she gets out from school and he comes home. So he knows he has a home. You have a good kid, but let's change things around. So I started working on the child. Sometimes on my off days, I will go to that child, and it made me so proud. Yes, that they started bonding. You know, when he doesn't do the homework, try to help him do the homework, but just show him love. Don't they see the harshness? That's what they see, and they will think it is hatred, not knowing it's discipline.
Yeah.
So change. But anyway, in essence, what I'm saying is, most of us who come here, whatever chance we have to give back to society,
And
we
to the
should not,
African
and to
American
the African
community.
Americans, we should not shy away from doing it, because we really appreciate them, and they do deserve the good we have to offer.
I love
So,
that you said that.
yeah,
I think that is so profound and necessary for you to even share that, because sometimes they honestly don't hear that, or they don't feel that.
yeah,
You know, obviously every single person that you meet is going to be an individual experience, and they can't represent,
yes,
you know, all of Africans or all Caribbeans or all Black Americans. But like, I do think it's important to know that there are a ton of Africans and African immigrants that appreciate, you know, what the Black American, African American community, Caribbean community has done for us
yes,
to live, you know, freely in this country.
yes. It's them.
That's
That's
amazing.
from us.
Not is them.
Yes.
Okay, one more thing that I want to talk about. So obviously, like you mentioned, you come from the analog age. Now you are in the digital age.
Yes. Thank God for that.
Thank God for that. And I feel like you've seen just like so many different careers and jobs come out of the internet now becoming like a whole thing. And you know it personally because you have a daughter that forgoed the traditional stable career path of being a medical doctor, and she decided to take a bet on something called the internet and make hair videos. And now we're on a podcast. So I guess I'm just wondering, like, what was that like for you to, one, just even have to let go? Because I can imagine you wanted me to obviously go a certain way because you had in mind be a medical doctor. Like, that makes sense. So what was it like having to kind of surrender that and just let me go?
If anybody asks me, one of the biggest challenges I had faced in my life, it was trying to convince you to go to medical school. You know, that thing made me sick. It really made me sick. You know, it gave me sleepless nights. I was, you know, even at a point I was mad at your mother when she kept on advising me, take it easy, let her do. I said, listen, you don't do that. What does she know? What is this I'm going to do? I don't see it. But medical doctor, I have seen. Other careers, I have seen. But what she's talking about, I have not seen it. I mean, I have not seen it. What is it?
What is the internet?
Yeah, what is it what she's talking about?
Not even what's the internet. What is social media? What is
Whatever
YouTube?
it is, I'm like, I haven't seen it.
Which is understandable.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. If I knew that this is exactly the deal, maybe it would have been easier for me. But to me, what you were saying didn't make any kind of sense. And if I hated you at any time, it was that time.
What?
Yes. I will come and I'll be looking at you. I don't know whether to just punch you. I don't know how to grab you, to bite you. I just couldn't. I was devastated. And then whenever I come back to it, you will still maintain the same stand. I said, this guy can't change. Then I will beg you, still the same answer. I will use force, it's still the same answer. So it was a terrible time. It was. And when I really started to just calm down was when I came to you for financial. That was when I'm like, you know what? Man, slow down. I'm not shy to say it. That was when I actually told myself, I said, maybe what this girl is talking about, maybe she's, I don't know.
This is like 4 years later, by the way.
Yeah, because you maintained what you were doing. You kept on. So it's like it took me a long time until I came to you when financially I was up here, and then I came to you.
You were in a
Yes.
financial pickle.
If I had a choice, I wouldn't come. But I had no choice.
You had to swallow your
I
pride.
had no other choice.
Aw.
It gave me so much thought. When I told you, wasn't when I wanted to tell you. The first time I wanted to tell you, I quickly dismissed it.
You mean when you had issues
Yeah.
that wanted to ask
I
Oh.
wanted to ask you,
and you couldn't do it?
and I couldn't do it. And then you would ask me, Daddy. I said, yeah.
I would ask you, Daddy, what?
I mean, you would ask me how because you knew I was going through stuff.
Uh-huh.
And then you ask me, Daddy, how is, say, okay, everything is, it's okay. And then I discovered something.
What?
Your bank statement came to the house. So I saw your bank statement. I opened it.
I knew you guys be opening my mail.
I opened it. I closed it. And then I was encouraged more to come.
Yo.
Yes. And that was when you asked me, but if I was in medical school, would you be telling me to help you financially? And then I said, no, that's not why I'm here. I'm just here to get help.
One thing about me, I'm gonna rub it in your face. Sorry.
Yeah. He said, wow. Daddy? I said, yes. That time my pride is gone. So he said, Daddy, well, Daddy, really? I said, yes. Yes. I need this help. When you did respond to me,
Your tune changed.
it has to. It has to.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful. It bailed me out.
Yo. That is so interesting.
Very, very
You
interesting.
are so full of stories.
Very interesting.
A lot of this stuff I'm hearing for the first time. So we're all going through this together.
Yeah.
Daddy.
I was sick behind that. Go to medical school and you stood your ground. Well,
that's so interesting. I mean, yeah.
wow.
But I can understand like your position of just like wanting me to do something that you knew would bring results and bring stability, right? And know that I will always have a career. Like that's understandable. And I think now that I'm older, I understand where you were coming from.
Definitely.
Yeah, because it's like even with us now, right? Millennials / Gen Z, we kind of grew up on the internet and social media, but now there's like AI. You've been hearing about AI?
Of course, yes.
Okay, all right. Keeping up. Yeah, but AI is like taking over. And I kind of feel like, and millennials will tell you, like, we kind of low key feel like ancient because now we're trying to catch up to this new thing that's happening. So I can understand. Like, I think I was telling my friend the other day, I'm like, if my kid tried to come and tell me, oh, I want to, I don't know, have a career in AI, like, or social media, even me as a social media influencer, I would be like, I think you should go to school, have a stable career and things like that. So I can understand where you're coming from. But I also feel like everybody is unique in their own special way, right? And especially people that are either have like a really strong gifting for like discernment and like some people just know what they're supposed to do, and you kind of got to trust them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, hey, listen. But one of the reasons why I kept on you to go to medical school
Tell me.
was mainly because of all my children, you are the most academic.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
In high school, you solve problems above. You were academically there,
Yeah.
and there was no fear for you. You can do, doing medicine will be nothing for you
Yeah.
because you're academic, and so I don't know, man.
Oh, thanks for believing in me.
Yeah.
You know what's so funny though? I really don't feel like I had a lot of support though to actually go to medical school. Funny enough. And I'm not saying you didn't support me. I'm talking about like
I know.
academically.
I know.
But it's okay. The Lord had other plans for me.
It's never late to do anything. Somebody can go to medical school at the age of. If I want to go back to school, I can do it.
You absolutely
Come on.
can.
Yeah,
You sure can.
that's one good thing about life, and life in America is worth living.
Now, what if somebody's not in America?
Life is worth living anywhere and anywhere.
Okay.
But the opportunities you find here, you don't find it in Nigeria.
Yes,
You don't find it.
It's
Yeah,
actually
you don't
true.
find it.
It's
So
true.
whatever you can achieve here, just
You can
go
do
ahead.
it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not too late if you want
It's
to go.
never, whatever you want to do is, that's the beauty. A friend of mine, it was 59, and he went back to school, and he just graduated at 62 as a nurse.
Wow.
So life is, you can do whatever you want to do at any time.
I love that.
That's the beauty thing. Yeah.
I think actually a lot of people need to hear that.
Yeah.
I feel like I needed to hear that too, because even me that's 29 going on 30, I started feeling like I can't go, like, sometimes you feel like it's too late
When did your mother go back to school?
for to get her MP.
Not even before the MP. She started going to school while
Lehman.
Yeah, she went to
Yeah.
Lehman when she had
us.
Yeah.
She was like 30.
So
something.
how old do you think she was then?
That's true. That's true.
You know?
You're right.
Uh-huh.
So it's not too late.
30 is 29. This is brand new.
Actually, what would you say to because this podcast is, I guess, a month old now, and there's a lot of young folks that are around my age range, a little younger, a little older.
Yeah.
As an elder, what advice would you give us to give the people, those that are entering that 30, getting there?
And for some reason, like this generation, if you say 28, 29, 30, they call it old age. It kills me. You are young.
Yeah.
Very, very, very young.
Yeah.
And you know what you can do? At 30, 31, 30, there's so much you can do. You're young. The idea of, oh, I'm 25, I'm old, I'm 26, I'm old, I'm 30. No. You can mess things up. You are very, very young. You are still in your youth. You can do whatever you want to do. You still have a whole bunch of time ahead of you.
Thank you so much for sharing.
You're never old to do whatever you want to.
You're never too old.
Never. Talking about 29, 30 is crazy, man.
Somebody needed to hear that today.
Yes.
I know somebody needed to hear that.
So young.
Woo!
So young. So many things
young
you can
spring chicken.
Yeah.
No, but actually, I did have to have that mindset shift around age, because when I turned 29, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm finished.
Nope. You're brand new.
I'm finished. But that's exactly what it is. You're actually brand new. You're actually just starting life.
Exactly. And that is when your thoughts and your decisions matter.
Yeah.
Because now you know.
Yeah, now you have at least a decade of experience.
And now you have, look at your 30. And then you have another 60 ahead.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? You have another 30, another 20, another you have.
Yeah.
So just appreciate God that you have it and use the youthful age. You're young. I wish I'm 40 now. I'll be so young, but I'm still young because I want to enjoy life.
Yeah.
I want to make it. And I'm in my 60s.
Wow.
So if I want all these things, imagine you that's just 30.
Do you feel do you still feel young inside?
Not only do I feel young, I am young. I would never give any space in my system to look at, I'm old, I'm dying. Hell no, no. I am young. I feel young. And I will enjoy life young.
Me.
Yes.
Amen.
Yes.
No, but for real though, do you actually?
What else do you want me to answer? I don't feel old.
No.
If that's what you're looking for.
No, okay, do you still feel sometimes I'm like.
You ever heard the phrase, age is not
age is nothing but a number?
But a number. You heard of that?
Yes.
Right? Okay, good. So
actually.
I
So
don't.
how I feel at like right now is probably what I'll feel at 60.
Now, that's definitely up to you how you want to feel.
Mm,
But for me, I feel young.
mm. Okay.
Okay? I'm not gonna tell you, oh, I feel so old. I don't have. That's not me. I feel young, and I'm very, very young.
Do you have any advice for anybody that just is in a tough space mentally right now? Think back to some of maybe the challenges that you had as a young man, that 30 age, 40, even 50, but like, you know what I mean? Think about maybe tough times that you had around that time. What would you say to somebody that's kind of in that position right now?
Hmm. Everybody's experience is different,
Yeah.
but definitely growing up for an immigrant, for me to be here and grow up here and went through years, it was tough. It was very, very tough. Um, I wasn't a student, a citizen. So all my college, I was paying, and I would work, and then I'll pay. And it was really, really tough. But guess what? Whatever you go through in life and your success, it has a whole lot to do with your belief system.
Mhm.
You know, if you believe that I'm going to do this, work towards it, I think God, your belief, it has, I don't know. Some people, I know some friends also who they believe they're not going to make it.
Mhm.
They believe that.
Yeah.
And when I notice such a friend, that's when our friendship will start ending. Because I want someone to tell me I will make it, even though it might look like I will not make it.
Yeah.
But I want to make it.
Yeah. So you need to like surround yourself with people
You
that
have to
believe in
surround
themselves.
yourself that believe they're gonna make it.
And then also you as well. You need to believe that you're gonna make it.
Of course. Because one step about making it is believing that you're gonna make it.
Well, I mean, you're saying this and you're just saying, of course, but there's like people out there like that are depressed. So it's hard for them to like believe that. So that's why I'm asking
I
you
know.
to give that advice.
I
Like,
know. I know. I know. And whatever problem you find, don't let it consume you.
mm,
That's when the depression comes. You know, there was a time I lost my job as a security. I was in college. That guy, only God will punish him. Yes. I was so tired. And I was making my rounds, and then I stopped by a corner and slept. That guy, he saw me and he reported me. And I was fired instantly.
wow.
And that was 2 weeks I've been on that job, and that was a good paying security job. It was web security. Stop laughing. I was so depressed.
Yo, he said, only God will punish
That guy, he will not, I think by now he must have paid his price, because that was the saddest day in my life. I just got that job. I didn't have a car to drive. I had nothing. And I've done that job 1 week. I got paid for the first time ever that I was working. I was able to make $310. And that's overtime included. That was a lot of money then. It was big. So I paid my aunt $100 I owed her.
Yeah.
Yes, and then I had a lot left. I'm like, with this job, I'll be able to,
Mm,
next week, it was gone.
sure.
Well, I was so devastated, I just didn't know what to do, you know? But the good thing about New York is if you want to survive, you can survive. So what did I do? I will go downtown, back to, the people that sell textiles. They will be offloading and loading. So I will go there
Mm-hmm.
and I will load and get paid.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like packing things.
So like you didn't quit. Like
No, you can't quit,
you have to try
because
again.
quitting is dying.
Yeah.
Because if you quit, you will not get money for your rent.
Yeah.
You will not get money for food. You will not get money for subway. And above all, you'll be dying.
Yeah.
You will be homeless. And when you see people there are so many students who didn't make it. They are lazy to work, and before you know it, they end up homeless.
And on the street.
But if just hustle, there's always something to do.
Yeah.
I go there, park, and I started that. It was so depressing, but I kept on doing it until I got another security job. Yeah.
So basically, it gets better.
It gets better. Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't. That's one thing. Don't give up.
It's so funny because it sounds so simple, but it's like,
You know how many people that give up?
yo.
And guess what? You don't blame them. Sometimes that's the only choice they have.
No, because it's hard.
Yeah, that's the only choice they have.
No, it's hard. So the concept of not giving up, especially when you start getting older,
Yeah.
like, as time goes and you really start seeing life, you're like,
Yeah.
giving up seems like a really good option, So
Yeah.
to say, don't give up, if there's somebody that's even just listening right now and you are just on the verge of giving up.
Don't give up. People who want to give up,
Mm.
just believe it, and it is real. Believe that God is not a God that wants you to give up. If you believe in Him, trust me, and I'm a living example. Yes, if you believe in Him, there's always this thing. Someone will come to your head, something will happen. Believing in Him, just don't, I believe. No. When you believe in Him, give Him all. And there will always be a rescue.
It's true.
Yeah. But you just have to believe. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
And you know one thing though? Don't restrict yourself in one income.
Ooh.
Especially living in America. Always have other sources of income. Whatever you can do. And that's why when I was telling you, go do this, go do that. See, there's always, whatever you get is an addition to what you already have.
Yeah.
Whatever you get is an addition to what you have. But the beautiful thing about this age, the beautiful thing, that's one big advantage of this your called age, this generation. That's one good thing you used to beat other generations.
Which is what?
You know what I'm saying? You can just make money from just believing in what you want to do and being serious with it. We didn't have choices.
Yeah.
So that's where, when I say go get your career, I knew no other thing but get that career.
Yeah.
That's all I knew.
Yeah.
We didn't grow up with all these things that are available.
Yeah.
Because knowing myself and how resourceful I can be, I will actually be like you too. Because if I see any means of making money, I don't stop. Yeah. When I was here, I would drive a taxi and make my money. I would go to do my security job. I make my money. I do contribute, all that kind of thing. But now, this generation, you have a whole bunch of opportunities. Look at somebody just making money, making videos. Jesus Christ.
Ain't got good.
Are you kidding me?
Ain't got good.
And look at any little, just you do a little, you're making money.
It's crazy.
I'm like, damn, why wasn't I born in this generation? I could be a millionaire. But anyway.
It's not too late.
Yes, at least I'm doing a lot of things.
Yeah, we get you started.
But this generation is a lot of blessings in this generation. I give it to you, This generation, I clap for you. Lot of opportunities.
Yeah.
Yes. So honestly, in this generation, if you don't make it, guess who you blame? Blame yourself. Because there are things you can do to just make it. Be a content creator. It's a talent.
Wow.
That turns into money.
I never thought I'd hear my Nigerian father saying those words.
And I use you. Do you know how many places I use you as a case study? Yeah. Let your children, whatever they want to do, just guide them. Because I'm a living example of fighting with my own child about what I want her to do. And it was a fight. And then she went for what she wants to do. And I'm benefiting from it. It's a good thing.
Wow.
So yes, parents educate, tell them, but whatever they want to do, give them the support.
Yeah, I feel that. But
Yeah.
I do think there is power and leverage in education though.
Oh yeah,
I do think
definitely.
so.
Yeah,
Even just beyond like career.
definitely.
Between the network that you can get, the life experiences that you gain, like there's just certain things that are just priceless from going and getting like higher education. So please go to school. Go to school.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Mhm.
Oh, Daddy, you're so great.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh, well, we could be here all day, but
Mhm.
we're gonna have to wrap this up here. Daddy, thank you so much for
Thank you.
gracing
This is
my
beautiful.
platform
I like
today.
this.
We should do more of it,
I
yeah?
like this. Yes, I really do.
Oh my God. If you guys want Papa Duru to come back, please run this video up, give it a like, subscribe, download, share. And yeah, thank you again.
Thank you.
And I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Thank you very much, my sweet daughter.